Glad to be here with you all. Okay, we're starting. So, a quick presentation. I guess I'm the one who would not be representing or will not be focusing on any specific project here. And that's why I would like to focus more on the topic of our panel that is going to take place in minutes, which is blockchain mass adoption. So the question is, okay, so for any technology out there, to be massively adopted, it has to be providing a clear solution for a vivid problem, for a common problem.
Smart solutions aren't getting that fast, they're smart.
This is the case on any technology conference, so I got used to this. So, and the awareness about this technology should be wide. So one of the examples of this, one of the perfect examples of this is email. So the technology is widespread now, everybody is using it seamlessly, but it took decades to get there for email because the infrastructure wasn't there. So in the first place, there should have been accessible, affordable home computers, then the internet, then the service providers, and now we are at the point when we are. What's the situation at blockchain scene? So if we divide the processes into phases, we can say that we have passed or we're close to passing the first phase, which is public awareness, because many people already know that cryptocurrencies are there or blockchain is there, and in some cases this pays to the fact of Bitcoin having a price of 20K at some time. In some cases this has to do with the scam projects making some noise, but also not to mention the good things that are happening, raising awareness campaigns, educational projects that will be presented here as well. So I think we have passed this first phase, and the second is institutional involvement. So big companies are entering the market, and just to mention a couple of examples. So think of Facebook with Libra, think of JP Morgan, Fidelity, or even central banks thinking of issuing decentralized cryptocurrencies. But this is crypto-wise. But technology-wise, also, big companies are considering blockchain very, very seriously, and we'll talk about it a couple of slides later. So the third phase is user experience, because the technology has to be very convenient to use. And by this I mean not only the solutions that are out there and that will be presented during these 2-3 days in the framework of the event, but also there should be the other side, the serving side, the merchants ready to accept cryptocurrencies, or we can say that we have the mass adoption once that we stop talking about blockchain. So it's very, very organic, it's natural to use blockchain. Once we are there, that nobody cares what's the technology behind the service that they are using, we can say that we have the mass adoption, true mass adoption. And the fourth phase is regulation, and again about it we'll talk later. So the big four is conducting regularly surveys to uncover what's the scene in the industry. And regarding, according to the latest survey by Deloitte, there are some interesting results. For the recent 2 years, the financial services were the leading sector in the industry, using blockchain or discovering or exploring some use cases for them. But the latest report suggests that one of the most committed sectors, let's say, the industries to blockchain technology is, to my surprise, technology, media, and telecom. Committed, I mean, companies ready to invest $5 million or more annually. And so obviously media companies are looking for ways of monetizing the content, for example. The second sector goes the energy and resources that we have listened to the previous presentation in international or free trade on energy and some other use cases. Manufacturing, of course, with center in the supply chain, and life sciences and healthcare. I think we'll have a presentation on healthcare as well. So some interesting figures. What's the attitude of these big companies? Big companies, the ones that took part in the survey, these are around 1,400 companies that are doing more than $100 million annually. So 94% of these companies say that the blockchain is very relevant to their strategic development. And more than half of these companies say that the blockchain is one of their top 5 priorities to consider in the coming 2 years. I can say that more than 70% of them think that they will be out of competition if they don't implement blockchain. So top use cases that they are reporting, again to my surprise, is data validation and data access and sharing. Payments go far beyond. This is the recent trends. This means that they are looking into blockchain as a means of providing trust in the first place. Some barriers that these big companies are reporting, according to another report from PwC. So 44% say that it's hard to bring the network together. This means that blockchain, implementing blockchain or making the maximum use of it sometimes involves changing mindset. And this means like bringing your competitors to work together on a common problem. And it's hard to convince your competitors in many cases. And once they do that, the second problem is the lack of trust among these users. So how to distribute the responsibilities and benefits. And the biggest challenge for them is regulation, regulatory uncertainty, but I think that is going to change very soon because 95% of regulators throughout the world have a dedicated person or a team working on crypto asset regulation issues. So some use cases I will pass, and I guess we're very, very near in the time that we can say that we have finally stepped from the internet of data to the internet of value. So mass adoption is very, very close to us. If there are any questions, I will be happy to answer. Thank you.